What's up, guys? Gary here. Let's talk about abstract. So, as most people in the design industry know, Sketch is one of the main UI design tools in use right now. And as such, a whole industry has almost cropped up, if you will, around how do you manage and maintain your Sketch files, especially when working across teams, and how do you avoid the whole file v1, v2, v22, v22ab, that whole file naming fiasco that can happen. Enter Abstract. So Abstract is a company that saw this problem and decided they were going to make a simple to use Mac application for managing Sketch files, for handling merges so you can have multiple people working on it, stuff like that. In concept, this is fantastic. I love the concept. So I signed up for Abstract when I first heard about it a while ago. I was part of the beta before they launched. I've been using it on personal projects and on company projects. And I've found good and bad about it. The key takeaway that I'll say right now is I don't use it anymore. So, into the good. It's really easy to use. I loved the interface. I loved being able to check files in. Basically, Abstract is built on top of Git, so it's a source control methodology, or however you want to phrase it. It's source control for your files. It generates what I call pretty diffs, but basically, images showing the differences between version 1, version 2. So that way when you do a merge, you can have team involved, so you can have multiple people accessing it. Really nice. I loved the concept. I was like, this is great. It helps keep all my Sketch files in one spot because they're all contained within this application, so I don't need to worry about where they are. So I don't have to worry about file structure on my computer as much as I just open Abstract, select the client, select the file, and away I go. Awesome. Here's the downside. Here's why I don't use it anymore, and then I'll tell you what I do use instead. Basically what happened is I went to do a client demo. So I tried to open I tried to open Abstract, and they've got a plugin into Sketch where that's how you open your files. And for some reason, I don't know why, the Abstract team hasn't been able to tell me why. And I don't know if the server was down or the plugin was out of date or what happened. But somehow when I went to open, I could not open any of my files in Sketch. Normally that wouldn't be a problem because I'd just open the local copy, right? And away I go. But because of how Abstract, at least at the time, works, I don't know if they've changed it, but at the time, everything was running through the app. So if it wasn't working in the app, you got nothing. So I ended up having to cancel a client demo because 20 minutes of them sitting there watching me struggle trying to get a file open. So from that point on, I said, okay, I'm not going to trust my files with any app. I'm going to have a local copy because I'm never going to be put into this situation again. I hated that feeling, and I will not be put that way again. So that's the downside to Abstract. Basically, it's when it's working, it's like magic and it's amazing. If it ever stops working, you're screwed. And for me, that's not a spot where I want to be. So that's why I can't recommend Abstract anymore. Again, hopefully they've fixed some of that. Hopefully they've fixed it so that Abstract saves a local copy, that if you can't connect to the server for whatever reason, you've got a local copy and you're able to use it. But if they haven't, I'm not going to go near it again. So now what I do, though, just the quick version, is I actually just use straight Git. So I'm using a combination of multiple clients because the command line Git is a little bit, it's not for me. Command line in general I can stumble my way through, but it's not pretty and it's not efficient. So I use the GitHub application or one called GitKraken, like Krack, like the sea monster Kraken. They have a sense of humor. They're a pretty sweet company. I like some of their stuff. But GitKraken, I do actually really like the interface on. And so that's what my team does now, is instead of using Abstract or Plant or what is one of the other ones, but some of these other file management Sketch things, we just use Git straight as it is. There's also a Git plugin for Sketch, which I've used, but I always seem to have trouble with it, where I can do I can commit things, but I can't actually push them up. It gives me an error. So usually what I'll end up doing is a combination of a plugin to commit my changes in the plugin, and it generates a pretty diff from that. And then I'll open GitHub, the Mac app, which is pointed at my repo where I want this thing to go, and then I'll upload it, and then pull changes and stuff like that. So that's where I'm at now. So that's my thoughts on Abstract. Really nice concept. Has some limitations for if the connection gets lost, and then it left me in a spot where I didn't want to be. So I'm moved on, and I'm now more close to the metal, if you will. I don't even know if that's the right term, but I'm in a spot now where I always have a local copy of my file. Never again. Anyway, that's it. So if you want to see any other reviews of design software or productivity software, or just stories from working with clients all the way from Amazon down to OHL and stuff like that, companies you've never heard of because they're small and behind the scenes, drop a note in the comments, and then I will get it into one of the next videos. Anyway, thanks guys, and we will see you in the next one.